How's it going, everyone? It's David here, and today I'm going to be building another Nanocoaster. And for this episode, I am going to be building this. It is a Candymonium Nanocoaster from Coaster Dynamix. Now, this is the first B&M Nanocoaster that I have built. And this is actually fairly a special one to build because I just came back from a trip from Hersheypark. And this ride here, Candymonium, was actually my 400th roller coaster. And I mean, like, that's definitely, like, I definitely had to buy this. Plus, I do enjoy building nano coasters, and I'm going to build it here with you guys. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Before I begin, I'm going to quickly go over the tools that I will be using to help build this thing. So in order to build these nano coasters, you just need a couple of tools. I have here is a pair of micro precision scissors, a cap of a pen, a mini flashlight in case you're having a difficult time putting a piece in, and I also got a little rag just in case if your hands do get sweaty or dirty at all that way, so you wouldn't smudge the steel on that. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here are the pieces that come with the Candymonium Nanocoaster. Obviously, here are the pieces for the ride, and for some of these, they come pre-cut, but in this one, it is on one metal sheet, and you do have to cut it out yourself. And they even have instructions to use a nail clipper to help cut out the little metal tabs that's connected to the sheet so that you could build it easier. I might be able to use this, but I would just stick these micro precision scissors. I think they work out a little better. Here is the base. Obviously you have to pull off the protective coat, and right here are the instructions on which steps to build first when building this nano coaster. So obviously I will be following this. Okay, so that is pretty much it. I'm going to get started to peel off the protective layering of the base with the cap of this pen. So I have peeled off the protective layering for the base. If you take a quick look, there are little holes that you will eventually put the tabs in when putting the coaster into place. So the next thing to do is to take out the pieces of the coaster off of the metal sheet. I like to cut them out one piece at a time. That way, that I wouldn't get the pieces all mixed up. So I'm just going to follow the rules. I'm going to do step 2, and it looks like the first pieces that we will be doing is going to be the back turnaround, which is looks like it's going to be over here. And with that, let's start building the Candymonium Nanocoaster. So I went over and grabbed a nail clipper as the instructions recommended. It is easier to cut out of the metal sheet with the micro precision scissors. However, if you do take a very close look, there are still tiny little tabs still sticking out, and doing this, it won't exactly be a clean build. So I'm going to start using the nail clippers to get them off more firmly. Alright, so the first piece for the Candymonium Nanocoaster is in place, and as you can see, it looks like these pieces are pretty long. So with that, you want to make sure that it is all even, it's all lined up right before that you place it in. And looking at the sheet, there is only a total of 4 track pieces, which means that you have to make sure it's all been properly before that you place it in. Now luckily Candymonium is an out and back ride, so it shouldn't be too hard. The only area that I had to deal with was this turnaround, which even then is just a simple turnaround, and I think it turned out okay. But that is pretty much it. As you can see, I folded it in on the underside, and it's pretty much rinse repeat for the rest of the pieces until you are completed. So this is pretty self-explanatory. I will check back in with you guys later in case anything significant happens. And yeah, I'm going to finish building this Candymonium Nanocoaster from Coaster Dynamix. So let's keep building. As a quick update, I am halfway through on my build for this Nanocoaster, And so far we have from the back turnaround up into that upwards helix leading into the end of the ride. So what I have to finish next is the station, lift hill, and first airtime hill, and then I'll be finishing the build with the final helix and the brake run along with the station. But so far it is looking pretty nice, so let's continue building. Alright, so I just built the lift hill and first hill for Candymonium. It was a pretty straight shot, pretty easy. One notable thing was for the lift hill, I had to bend these supports so they could be at a diagonal angle. Remember, most roller coasters do not have just vertical supports. They sometimes are off on an axis, and that's exactly what it is with this first hill. And oh, I just realized I should do this for the second hill too. It's very simple. You just slowly and very carefully and yeah, just like that. Now I have another side support right there. I'll fix that later on once I'm all finished up, just to straighten some things out. But yeah, the last part is the final helix, the brake run, and the station. So let's finish this, shall we? I just realized I folded this support the wrong way. It's actually supposed to go over this little airtime hill. But, not a big deal at all. It was over here. I brought it over here. But, yeah, not a big problem at all. I fixed it. So now we can continue. just like that, the Candymonium Nanocoaster is now complete, emblem and all. I'll tell you what, while building this was honestly one of the easier nano coasters that I have built. Mainly because it's just a straight out and back design. Yeah, honestly, if you want to start off building nano coasters, this would not be a bad one to start off with. The only thing that took a significant amount of time really was cutting out the pieces from the metal sheet. Not all of them have that, but this one did. And that one, especially getting all the little clips off, that definitely did take some time. But actually placing it in was pretty simple. I still recommend using the micro precision scissors. And the nail clipper is definitely not a bad idea. This is good for cutting it off the sheet, and this is good for getting off the tabs that are left over on it. So yeah, once again, here is Candymonium, and I think this looks pretty snazzy. It's a dark brown with silver, almost like a black and white tint, a nice outline, very simple in design, but I think that's why I like it so much. So here is another look at the Nano Coaster. This took me about an hour and 20 minutes to build. And as I said earlier, a significant amount of time was cutting it off the sheet. If this was not in the sheet, I could probably get this done in a half an hour. But regardless, it still looks nice whether it's easy or not. And yeah, I really like how simple and I really like how snazzy this looks. Anyways guys, thank you all for watching this build through of the Candymonium Nanocoaster. I already have a couple of Nanocoaster builds on this channel, and I plan on making more videos like this with other Nanocoaster models. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you like it and subscribe for more content. And with that being said, thank you all for riding, and I'll see you next time.